And we're back with another end of day post wave report of yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger reports. All right, so here's what we got going on right now. As you know, the day is over, and this is what the markets are looking like. Here's your US dollar, and as you can see, not much has changed, still in a sideways pattern right now. The bias, though, is to the upside. You could be looking at a potential powerful breakout, maybe even getting the US dollar back above par. So, just something to look out for. Heads up for those that are looking at the forex. All right, moving along. Let's take a look at what oil what's going on with oil. All right, so here's your crude oil futures. You can see here the market is consolidated with a bearish bias. All right, you're in the red zone and the market's kind of hanging on in there. You see some intraday volatility and swings, but nevertheless, the market is still down from almost $100, smacking right into it. So you got up to like 95.80, something like that. Yep, 95.80, and now here you are at the 92.10. So trend line support is still in play around the $85 handle. That's a nice little $7 run to the downside. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the bulls can relock this market back in. You really haven't had a correction in quite some time. It was way back here, October of the 27th of 2021. Since then, it's been, straight on up. So looking for oil to crack here soon, pun intended. All right, let's take a look at what Barry Bonds is doing. Here's your bond market. All right, so here was the initial rally alert, and you did get all this nice upside production running 3 days consecutively, and then today the market sort of pulls back. All right, but nevertheless, the bulls still are in control at this point. All right, I think the bias is still to the upside. I think the overhead trend line resistance is now in play. So just hang on to your hats on the bonds. Next, we're going to take a look at gold. All right, here's your precious metal. So gold is now flipped the script officially and is now on the bull side of the camp. It looks like the market wants to run up into at least the low 1930s. We'll see. But right now, the bulls are doing their thing. Oh, my bad. I always forget to turn the screen on. I guess because I'm tired. It's been a long day. All right. All right. So sorry about that. This is the gold chart, as you can see here. Nice rally off the support lows here. I think 1930 is the upside potential for the initial target, but be aware that we will probably see some pullback here shortly. You did gap up on February the 17th, so this gap is going to have to be back and filled at some point. So just be on the lookout for that. Let's go to now the silver chart. You'll see that silver is also trying to catch up with gold. It's breaking out. It wants to test that $25 handle. $25 is going to be a major resistance zone for silver, where I expect the bulls will hit some trouble, and the bears will re-enter the market to sell it short. All right, so just something to think about moving forward in your precious metals. Let's go back to the dollar since you didn't see it. You can see here the dollar is consolidating up here with a bullish bias. You are still in the green zone, still a bull market. You got bullishness entering into this market. So I think that potential to push up is there. You definitely on your dashboard want to check out ticker UUP. That is the US dollar ETF. All right. So UUP should be able to post some gains there for you. as the dollar continues to run, which means that you're looking for selling opportunities in ticker FXE, Foxtrot X-Ray Echo. That's the euro currency ETF. All right. Let's see here. I should go back to, let me go back to the oil because I think you didn't see that either. Here's a crude oil chart. You're consolidated up here, but you're still in the red zone, as you can see. Bears are still in control, keeping the market at bay for now. You did tap out at the $95 handle, and you've since pulled back. So I think the trend line support here around the $85 handle is definitely coming into play. All right. Let's go back to the bonds. Here's the bond chart. You can see the market had a nice 3-day upswing, upside production from the rally alert on February the 16th. Today, the market pulled back. The bulls are still keeping the market under control at this point. We'll see. I think the market is going to test this overhead trend line resistance around the $142 level. So that's my initial upside target on bonds. This is the ticker TLT. And last but not least, Bitcoin. All right, your coinage is in trouble for a while. You know, cryptos are under a lot of selling pressure. The overall bearishness, you can see this market has been like straight down. All right, so right now you have the rally alert buy signal coming into today's trading. You got no upside production, no nothing. However, this is a narrow range inside type of a day, which means that you could possibly see an upsurge tonight. The bottom of the Kumo cloud is in play here. That's around the 40 to 42-ish thousand, somewhere between 40 and 42 is the upside target. That'll put you up here around the overhead trend line resistance in the bottom of the Kumo cloud in this area here. So we'll see what happens. But right now, the market is under a lot of pressure, and this bearish pointer on January the 24th of 2022 is also a concern. All right, it is a downside concern. I think the market, even after coming up here and testing this, is going to put that new leg down lower and then take out this bearish pointer. All right, so here is the roadmap for Bitcoin. If the market instead comes down, if this never gets triggered and the market comes down and takes out the bearish pointer without rallying up here toward the overhead resistance, that means the breakdown, excuse me, is going to be short-lived. All right, so just something to think about. The quicker the market comes down and takes this out, the better for the overall bullish position, because that means now the market's washed out. You've capitulated, and now it's ready to rock. All right. If it runs up here first, then stalls and comes down, then it's not ready to turn, and it's going to not only blow this bearish pointer out the water, but you're going to fall sub 30,000. All right. So that's my roadmap for Bitcoin here in the short term. All right. I got time for one more. Let's go ahead and take your request for the Litecoin. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. All right, there is a for those that don't know, you don't just have GBTC, which is the Bitcoin ETF. You also have the Litecoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF, and those are on your dashboard. You should be able to find those under your US equities tab, and it might be, don't know for sure, but it might be under my watch list, under Dex's watch list. All right, but if not, you'll definitely find it under the US equities tab. Okay, so soybeans. All right, let me pull that one up for you. All right, the ticker for the soybean ETF is SOYB, as in Bravo, for anyone that's interested in that one. All right, let's take a look at these soybeans. Let's see. Here we go. Give me just a second. Gotta make sure I'm pulling up the right chart. Okay, so here's what's going on with soybeans. As you can see, you got green on the screen. You're in a powerful bull market. And this is getting kind of scary because not only you got beans in the teens, but you got basically a runaway market. You're about to hit the $17 handle on your soybeans. And all this started back on November the 9th of 2021 when the beans were at the $12 handle. So you have rallied $4, working on $5 a bushel since November. If that's not hyperinflation, I don't know what is. $12 beans, $17 beans. You tell me. That's inflation, folks. That is hyperinflation. That is incredible. All right, incredible. What can you, there's nothing else to say here. Food is getting expensive. All right, the farming industry is really having a lot of problems. All right, I think Jim Rogers said it the best. At some point, if things don't change, at some point you won't be able to find food at any price. And we're looking at a global famine conditions that could be coming to a city near you, to a country near you, to a state, to a city, to a town, to a township, to a valley near you. All right. Just something to think about as we're going forward. This is nasty, man. Now, you may say, oh, I don't eat anything that has to do with soy, so I don't care. Yeah, but they usually plant soybean fields right next to the wheat fields. So if soybean charts are looking like this, you may say, oh, that's just limited to soybeans. Stop it with your little fear mongering. No one really cares. That's not happening. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Doesn't bother you. Doesn't affect you. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, here's your wheat chart. All right. Wheat at 913. Ouch. I got to tell you, this is almost a 100% increase. Oh, I'm sorry, it is. It's over 100%. This is over 100% increase in the price of soybeans. And you got a 100% increase in the price of wheat. Wheat is almost in the double digits. Wheat used to be around the $4 a bushel handle and stayed that way for 200 years, ladies and gentlemen. The average price for wheat per bushel going back to the 1700s was 200 years of price action. You were looking at an average price of wheat per bushel at $4. Now you're looking at almost $10. All right. That's a 100% increase in the price of wheat per bushel in the past 200 years. Not only that, but soybeans was around the same price, about $4. All right. Now you see beans at almost $17, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 400% increase in the cost of soybeans. 400% increase in just 22 years. Wheat average price was over 200 years. Soybeans average price is only in 22 years. So the cost of soybeans per bushel, hear me good, has gone up 400% in just 22 years. That is incredible. You're going to feel this right here at the grocery store. They use wheat in everything. Everything. Wheat is in just about everything that is processed. It's in meat. It's in everything. All right. wheat. So yeah, this is a big deal. You can say I don't care about soybeans, but you can't say I don't care about wheat. All right, wheat is important. All right, wheat, rice. Okay, wheat and rice, two of the most important crops in the world, and of course corn. Right. So rice, corn, wheat, soybeans, all exploding. The ticker for the wheat ETF is WEAT, I believe. And like I said, soybean is SOYB as in Bravo. All right. I'll give you a couple more here real quick. I see you. You want to see Pfizer? All right. Let's see. See what's going on with Pfizer. I think I spelled it wrong. Hold on. It's PF. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Pfizer. All right. Here we go. All right. So Pfizer is PFE. All right. So Pfizer's in a bear market, as you can see here. All right. The bear market started on December the 17th of 2021, and you've got a couple of sell signals on the way down, additional signals, and this one is just giving you downside production like crazy. You're having a pickup in selling pressure. Yeah, this is going way down, way down. You know? Yeah, you're right, Tom. Book of Revelation talks about the price of wheat and barley and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Yep. All right, let's see. You want to see the next one you wanted to see was SVL. Okay, I got you. I got you in the SVL. SVL. Let's see here. Wait, it's under something else, isn't it? It's been a while since I pulled up the SVL, but it's under a different name. What is it? It's something else. I know it stands for something else. Yeah, I know it's on the ASX, but what is that? SVL mean it means something. It stands for something. I keep forgetting. I used to have it locked in on here. Let me see. Yeah, it's a name. What's the name on the SVL? There's a name of it. Isn't it like a pharmaceutical stock or something like that? I can't remember. And that's how I used to pull it up before, because it's not under SVL on my system. It's under something else, and I can't think of what it is. Silver Mines. Okay. Thank you. All right. I knew it was something. All right, let's see. Let me know if this is the right one. Coming up now. All right, let's look about right to you. Yep. Okay. So you're consolidated with a bullish bias. All right. You had a primary rally alert on February the 17th, and now you're getting that upside production. Top of the Kumo cloud is in play here around the 22.5 cents mark. So that's what's happening on this one right now. You've been consolidated for quite some time with little, breakouts and then falling back down to the mean. So that's where you are right now on SVL, sideways to slightly higher. You are in the green zone, but you're in that Kumo cloud as well. But you're out of the corrective selling phase, and now you're trying to build a base foundation for rally. Last couple times it tried to do it, you got up pretty nice. You got up nice here, had a little breakout here, but slow and steady wins this particular race. If I switch it over to the weekly, all right, not too much better, but a little bit more. It's a little bit smoother. If you look at the weekly, you've been consolidated. I think the bar you're trading in is this one from August the 14th of 2020. So for 2 years, you've been trading inside this zone right here between 28 cents and 19 and a half cents. And that's where you are today right now. You haven't broken out of this consolidation bar right here. All right. Let's see what else you wanted to see. It was something. Oh, ROI energy. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the PulseWave's got for you. ROI energy. Let's see. Oh, that's not a stock. You were making this comment. Is it true that the real inflation is just the ROI of energy? I don't know. I mean, you can make an argument on that for the energy thing. I mean, you really could. I mean, energy is in everything. It takes energy to create anything. You know, the organic of the definition of work is the ability to move. Movement is a kinetic action. So it takes force, it takes movement. You need energy to produce anything, to manufacture anything. It does take energy. So that's a good point. The universality of energy is in pretty much everything. There's no way around it. You're gonna need energy of some type to mass produce things. So that's a good point. And yeah, return on investment, I wouldn't look at it like that. Not really, because of the money printing. When when the governments of the world intervene the way they intervene and how they've been just printing money, and now other countries are like, yeah, we're gonna print, for infinity. We're never gonna stop. I don't know, man. You can look at it a lot of different ways, but from my perspective, I don't look at it necessarily as a return on investment because of the watering down of the currency. Your dollars are buying you less, so I don't see how that's really a return for me. Even farmers are still struggling, but even though the cost is going up, it's weird when you look into a lot of the fundamental analysis behind a lot of stuff. You'll see that a lot of it doesn't make any sense. It's a lot of weirdness going on, and I'm not an economist. I don't claim to be, but it's weird, man. That's all I can say. It's weird what's really going on. I look at the algos. I'm not a fundamental econometrics modeling type of a guy. I just do what I do. And what I do and how I look at things doesn't make sense to a lot of people. So hey. CEI, Camber Energy. All right, this one's around 58, 59 cents. It's still in a bear market, still in the red. It has a long way to go. From a weekly perspective, the chart's jacked up. I don't know if they've done any kind of reverse stock split or something, but normally when it looks like this, there's something going on. So I don't know what they've done. But yeah, this one, I don't know what to tell you. It's like flatlined. All right. Let's see here. Okay, you asked about the indices. I'll pull up a few for you real quick. I got you. Let's see here. Let's start with your NASDAQ. We'll start with there first. Let's see what we got. Let's see. See if that chart is ready. All right. Okay, so here is your NASDAQ 100, your E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures. As you can see, it just boom. So that's kind of crazy. You see this this downside acceleration. It's not a joke, man. This is the real deal. This is what's happening in these markets. Your NASDAQ is broken way down. Look at this. This is crazy. Crazy. All right, next one. Let's see here. Let's take a look at your Dow. Let's take a look at this Dow. All right. Here we go. Here is your Dow. All right, so your Dow futures is coming down here looking like it wants to test and take out this bearish pointer, which means it has to drop below 33,000, the 33,000 psychological support. All right, looks like the market's gunning for that 33,000 psychological support level. Let's take a look at your Russell, my hustle. See what that looks like. All right, here's the Russell, my hustle. All right, the Russell is looking a little bit different, isn't it? It has a different complexion. Now, the bulls have managed to get this one to bounce up a little bit. And even though it fell today too, it doesn't show as bad of a picture as the NASDAQ and the Dow did. The bulls are still keeping this one somewhat afloat. You do got the bearish pointer here. This one was already taken out, but that's a concern. 1900 is the psychological barrier for your Russell. All right. So yeah, man. Take a look at the dashboard, refresh your browsers, and you'll see what's going on. If the futures have run away from you, you got a lot of ETFs. You got the TLT. If you want to be long, the long end of the bonds. If you want to short the bonds, it's TBT. If you want to short the S&P, SDS is a good one. If you want to short the NASDAQ 100, QID is a good one. You want to short the Dow, DXD, short the Russell, TWM. All those are there, and they're on your dashboard. All right, that's all I got time for tonight, you guys. Thank you very much. Smash that like button for me. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out.